As one would assume, Pokemon Legnds Arceus is still a game that has not disappeared off the face of the planet. And I should really be releasing these videos on a schedule. In the morning, wait, who do you think is going to talk to me this morning? I think it'll be Adamon. How was I supposed to guess this guy? I don't even know his name. Oh, there's Adamon. Here comes Melly. I need to quell Electrode now, and Adamon wants to fight me. I don't really wanna. Oh, rest, not again. Well, at least the Leafeon didn't last long. Irida wants me to meet her at the training grounds to meet the Warden Ingo, who also came back in time to this place, but was found by the Plural Clan instead of the Galaxy team. Now, I can go to the Coordinate Highlands, but now that I can swim, I would like to explore the areas in the Fieldlands and Mirelands where I couldn't go before. Here I found Gumi, and look at him, he's just a little guy. Let's add him to the team for now. I can go to the Coordinate Highlands now, where I meet up with Ingo and Melly. We go into the cave, and then go out of the cave. I make my way up the mountain into the arena, where Melly is waiting. I beat her skunk tank and go into the quarry, and then out of the quarry, I beat Ingo's Pokemon, and then I see Sneasler, the climber, who gives me the Toxic Plate, which can change the type of a Certainpokemon. I climb up the mountain into the arena, where I fight a stronger skunk tank, a Zubat, and Skorupi. Other than Akari, Ingo's been the only person so far to fight me in a fair way. I end up winning, and Adamon gives me some balls to fight the Frenzied Electrode. Absolute Giga Chad Gaming. He gives me the Zap Plate, which you probably know what it can do. My mission is done. Again, it was actually quite quick. I go back to HQ, eat some food, talk to the peoples. This is getting very repetitive. The next morning, Arita and Adamon want me to meet with the commander, and I'm asked to quell the big guy Avalugg in the Alabaster Icelands. When I try to leave, I fight Akari, who now is a Staravia, copycat. I meet a half-frozen man named Garrick, who questions me like this is a therapy session. And of course, I answer like it's a therapy session. I don't know. He then says he doesn't think I'm fit because I'm a kid, which happens far more often than I'd like. And then we battle. It's a 2v1, because at this point, what else would it be? Once the battle is over, we're found by the 6-year-old Warden Sabi, which stands for Super Energetic Kid in the Icelands. Yeah, she wants me to play hide and seek with her. I don't really have a choice. I'm sad to report that unfortunately, our beloved Gregory has been hit by a truck. Once I reach Sabi, she runs away again, so I go get her again at the temple, where I have to solve a puzzle. After completing it, I find Sabi and fight her. Okay, apparently everybody has beef with a fair fight nowadays. I end up beating her, but then I'm told to fight Bravery himself, and I win with one simple click of thunder. I sneeze into my flute, and Bravery gives me a Sky Plate, which can change the type of a certain Pokemon. I really am starting to wonder who. On Avalugg's Legacy, I get a Eternal Ice, which I can use to fight Avalugg, who is an absolute beast. Garrick wasn't lying. First try. We did it, and Avalugg gives me the Ice Plate, and, say it with me, can change the type of a certain Pokemon. Garrick is sad that Avalugg was quelled by a child. What does this guy have against children? Adamon says the rift should close now that all the nobles are quelled. I can't believe it. I did it. I was cast into this world from who knows where, and I rose up and fought through the hard times. My goal to seek out all Pokemon has never felt more achievable. I report to Kamado, and he seems pleased, also sure that overnight the world will return to normal. I ate another meal with my friends, and knowing what will happen tomorrow, it was my best one yet. But Akari makes a good point. If the rift closes, I might be stranded here. But me being stranded, there's no way. She's just being pessimistic. That night, I get a great night's sleep, knowing that in the morning, the rift will finally close. The people will love me. I might even get my own statue in the village. And my friends and the villagers will all help me find a way home. What the hell was that noise? Why the hell is the sky red? And why is the rift bigger? Oh, no. This wasn't supposed to happen. What will Kamado think? We think it's my fault? What do you mean I caused the sky to turn red? Who am I? I'm just a kid who fell from the sky. I don't even know who I am. What do you mean banished? No. This is the exact opposite of what I thought would happen. The rift got bigger, the people hate me, I'm being banished, and now no one will help me get home. My only hope is to rely on the friends I made along the way. Even then, what are they gonna do? If they're seen with me, they'll just make everything worse. It's worth the shot though. I need to find Leon. He can't help me. Maybe Mai? No luck. What am I gonna do? Oh, hey Volo, it's great to see you. He leads me to a secret hideout, somewhere I can sleep, craft, and store my items. The hideout is where Cookie lives. She tells me exactly what I need to do to calm the storm. I have to seek out 3 Pokemon of the lake, scattered across the Sui, and after completing their trials, I'll receive a red chain. A chain that can bind the world together. So what are we waiting for? Let's get going. Upon leaving the cottage, I get a letter from Silene saying that I can use Abra to access the pastures. This is great. Unfortunately, I then find out that after I was banished, only a handful of Pokemon, my closest friends, my buddies, chose to stick by my side. Irina and Adamon are waiting outside the cottage. It's not safe for both of them to help me, so I must choose one. And unfortunately for Irida, I just played through Pokemon Pearl, so I've already got my experience with Palkia. so Adamon will be my partner. Before heading to the first trial, I evolved Daniel, Gigi, Carson, Goob, and Carol. Wow. Upon arrival, Volo tells me a small backstory to the cave, and that inside I'll find Mesprit, the Pokemon of emotions. Then my Arcphone blasts open the cave, and me and Adamon walk in, prepared for whatever the trial may be. But first, the cave is guarded by a giant Hisuian Goodra that I have to fight. It took some strategy, but I was able to defeat it. Goob, shield your eyes. I was ready for the trial. But first, I hired Demarian as a bodyguard if there are any more high-level Pokemon. Back to the trial, which consisted of Mesprit asking a couple of questions. That was easy. We make a quick stop at the hideaway before making our way to the second trial, at Lake Aquity, home of Uxie, the Pokemon of knowledge. Inside the cave, this time, has a giant Hisuian Zoroark, and this thing looked like a ghost type, so my plan was to lead with Daniel, who would use Mimic to copy a ghost type move for super effective damage. Oh, whoops. Never fear, with a quick Swords Dance with Pickle's Dark Tech move, I was able to win this fight with ease, and take on the Uxie's trial, where I had to count the eyes of Pokemon. This one was also pretty easy, one step closer to the red chain. Back at Kokita's cottage, we're reminded of just how close we are to fixing all this, and all that's left is one trial, the Crimson Mirelands, Lake Valor. Blast open the cave, inside is an Overquill. I thought this was water poison, so I sent out Carson, but we were able to get some really good damage, and Nemarian swept the remains. Azelf, the Pokemon of willpower, wanted to test mine with an almost impossible task. Hit it with a bomb. Though it could just teleport out of the way, it kept telling me to give up, but my willpower was too strong. I didn't give up, but that was the key to victory. I beat the challenge. I had all the pieces I needed for the red chain. All that was left was to get it. We make go get at the ruins, and the 3 Pokemon of the lake appear before us. They craft the red chain. I'm told that Kamado was gotten impatient and started to climb up the mountain himself, so I run back to the village to show Silene that I have the red chain. She orders me, as a Galaxy Team Surveyor Corps recruit, to put an end to the red sky, and come back alive. Now I'm back to being an official recruit, which means Star, Ultra Balls, and Max Potions. Leaving the village, Shailene tells me what I have to do. Go to the temple, use the red chain, and fix this mess. In the Corona Highlands, I started my ascent. I fainted a couple of Electabuzz on the way to evolve Gigi and Carol, before entering the tunnel to find... Wait, is that... Benny? But Benny, I thought we were friends. I didn't know you trained Pokemon. Oh man, Benny, you weren't an old man? I'm so confused. I beat Benny, if that's even his name, and continue down the cave. I'm almost at the peak, but I have to talk some sense into Kamado. Or Wickstrom, or whoever he is. Benny messed with my brain, okay? Kamado refused to trust me fully, unless we fought. Pickle swept through his entire team. Almost, but Goob took the rest. Being defeated, Kamado recognized my strength and bowed down to me, and asked me to stop whatever deity was on top of the mountain. Inside the temple, Adamon was being spoken to by Dialga himself, for that same Dialga, ruler of time, emerged through the portal between dimensions. I had to fight him. I led with Carol, who brought Dialga down to half health. Then Gigi brought him down a little bit further, before Pickle false swiped it to 1 HP. But one more hit, and Pickle would die, unless he came through with the biggest dodge of his career. This one was for him. And just like that, the Lord, the ruler, the god of time was trapped inside an itty-bitty living space. Adamon's mind continued to be taken over by Dialga. There was another one. This one the ruler of space. And without the red chain, how are we supposed to fight it? We had to run. I had no idea how we'd even take down a second mortal being, but that's when Adamon reveals just how we were supposed to win. We needed to collect the Chain of Red, the Vessel of Humankind's Invention, and the Stone of Creation's Beginning. We already had the first two, the red chain fragments that Irita picked up, and the Vessel of Humankind's Invention, or the Pokeball. But what's the Stone of Creation's Beginning, or Origin Orb? It's this. With all the ingredients, we headed back up to headquarters so Akari and Leviathan can craft the Origin Ball. This is how we would stop Palkia. We went back to the Corona Highlands, back to the mountain, back to the temple, back to Palkia. We had to fight him, human versus god, in the same way I'd fight all the nobles, all leading up to this. His attacks were tough, but I was tougher. I threw the final bomb, and when Palkia was at its weakest, I threw the Origin Ball, capturing Palkia, claiming Palkia. And it wasn't long before the sky returned to normal. The rift closed, and my journey was over, and we could celebrate. It's over. The clans have been united. It's over. I had came to this region, this world, this time as an outsider, and had faced hardship to save the world against all expectation. It was over. But wait, what about Arceus?